What is happening, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy. We're here. We're talking about the three-game Friday slate for NFL preseason. Before we begin, always hit like button for me. Definitely subscribe. That's in the times y'all know. Yeah, we're here. Kind of a late video, I know. Sorry about that. But we have football Saturday and Sunday, so we have plenty of time to look at those slates as well. And yeah, this is a nice three gamer. We kind of have the dog and shitter Sanders that we're going to play a ton of, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I mean, the main guy, the go-to, the cover boy for both the article and the YouTube video. It's time. We'll just look at the clock. It's time. So this is a third game slate for the Friday, August 8th, 2025 DK slate. Lions at Falcons, Browns versus Panthers, and Commanders at Patriots to wrap it up. So we have the player pool for my article, like I said, or whatever you want to call it, player pool, article, paragraph, whatever. This will be posted shortly. And yeah, we're gonna break down going team by team. So let's start off with Detroit. In the Atlanta game, specifically the Detroit Lions. So Jared Goff. Yeah, like I said, he's not in line to play. Starters, we're not going to see. We already seen the Hall of Fame game. Hooker was atrocious. I played Hooker, and that was a big mistake, obviously, on my end. That's not what I expected. I didn't expect either in the Hall of Fame game for Craig Reynolds to get 10 carries and see a TD. I don't know what happened to Waki. So again, though, I'm going to go right back to Hendon Hooker. It's kind of hard not to play him, especially with his rushing ability. It's a guy that we're going to see playing time for. But again, we're going to get to a lot of Sanders. These quarterbacks are kind of like there's a big gap between these quarterbacks. Running back wise, though, if Aki's out, and Kai is already on the IR for some reason, we don't know why. That was not talked about either. We're going to get to a lot of Jabari Small and a lot of Sailors. I think, like I said, Jacob Sailors should get run more than two carries, in my opinion. I think we're going to get a lot, like I said, of Jabari Small and Sailors. Receivers wise, it's Tesla for me. He looked great. 2 for 3, or yeah, 2 for 3, 46 yards. We'll take that. Love it. If he's out, which I think he's going, yeah, to be silent for 1 to 2 weeks, this is going to open up more room. I think we're going to get to some of Malik Taylor, who should see run. Meeks is going to have to see run as well. Jackson Meeks. He had one target, one reception. Um, Love it was the main go-to guy. The backs are going to see run probably in the back. I mean, there's going to be lots of options here. Kennedy, the preseason darling, is going to see run. And then we have Kenny Yabo on the tight end wise, who's hurt. So we might see some Zilstra that we're going to have to get to, who is probably going to have a lot of playing time. So I expect him to play Brock Wright or Laporta, of course. So yeah, we have some guys on this Atlanta team that we're going to get to, or on this Detroit team, sorry, that we're going to get to. On the Atlanta side, no Penix, no Kirk Cousins, obviously. Yeah, they're not going to play. So Easton Stick, remember him from the Chargers. It's going to be him and Emory Jones that are going to be the main go-to guys. Should each see a half. Pick and choose between those two. But running back wise, they're thin. This is the running back room. I'm going to get to some of Nathan Carter, the Michigan State product. I'm going to get to some of Carlos Washington, who should see the bulk amount of carries because I don't expect Bijan or Algier to see run. I'm not really getting to Elijah Dotson, the other Charger product. Deshaun Corbin, kind of gross. Again, I'd rather see what Nathan Carter can do. Um, and Carlos Washington is getting talked about in camp. Receivers wise, Drake London, I don't expect to play. Mooney is sidelined. Raymond McLeod is a starter. I would imagine Kadero Hodge is a starter. Um, they have DJ Chark, who probably needs to get his legs underneath him, who's on a contract, so I like him. Casey Washington, I don't mind either throwing a dart on. Agnew's kind of a vet, kind of the special team sort of guy. I want to get to some of Nick Nash, the one of the arguably the best wide receivers in college. I want to get to some of David Sills, who looks great in college as well. Um, that's kind of where I'm looking at is like I said, Nick Nash is kind of the go-to guy for me that I really, really want to get to because I think he can blow up if you let him. Tight end wise, Quintero, kind of the main guy I really want to look at. I'm not really playing the Felipe Franks product of a quarterback, receiver, tight end, whatever he wants to do. Charlie Warner's kind of a vet starter, and Kyle Pitts, I'm not really getting to either. On the Cleveland side, oh lordy, this is where it gets fun. Um, yeah. So Sugar Sanders is the main go-to guy. I don't see Tyler Huntley playing snaps. I don't at all. Maybe a quarter, but I think it's Sugar Sanders time. And then running back wise, or by the way, arguably the best play of the slate. But he's going to be chalk. So just expect to eat a lot of chalk with him. I don't know what they're going to do with Junkins. Yeah, may not see Junkins at all. So I don't think we're going to see him. I don't think we're going to see Jerome Ford, obviously. So then we're going to get to Dylan Sampson or Pierre Strong. The Pierre Strong product from the Patriots, if you remember him, he was this basically the running back they were running into the ground um, in the preseason. So for me, it's Pierre Strong I really want to get to. Um, Receivers wise, I don't expect Judy or Tillman to play. They're not supposed to at least. Yeah, they won't play in the Friday preseason game. So is Deontay Johnson a starter? Is he going to see run? I mean, if it's him and Sanders, they can light it up. Jamari Thrash, the quick receiver. I like him. Um, Deontay Carter's kind of a vet. I'm not really getting to him. I'm not really getting to Caden Davis either. Cade McDonald, remember him from college? I kind of like him. Don't play Winston Wright. So yeah, and then tight end, that's Harold Fannin for me. I'm hoping for that Sanders and Harold Fannin's Deontay Johnson stack. I also don't mind some Sal Cannella. Remember him from the XFL/UFL. Great hands, great hands. So on the Carolina side, it's gross. Starters are supposed to be playing some, I believe. Yeah, we'll play on the Panthers. So Bryce Young, I'm not really getting to though. I'm not getting to the veteran Andy Dalton, and Plummer is disgusting. Give me Sanders. So running back, it's mainly Etienne, and Lynch Adams. I kind of like both of those guys. I'm not really getting to Amani Bailey or Blackshear, who's a vet as well. Um, I think they're gonna want to see what's in what Etienne has. So I like getting to him. Receivers wise, I don't know how much run Coker will play. I might dabble with him. I mainly want to get to Jimmy Horn Jr. If I had to get to a receiver in this on this team. And then tight end, I'm staying away from on the Carolina side. And then last game, Washington and New England. On the Washington side, I'm not playing Josh Johnson, who's what, almost 50 years old. Um, I'm not sure they get to Sam Hartman, who should see the bulk amount of run. And then running back wise, it's kind of gross. I mean, making Nichols pass catcher, but he saw run last season, in the regular season. Kroxky Merritt, is the guy that, yeah, who is looking good in camp. I think he's going to be the main go-to guy on this team. And maybe some of Demetri Felton, who and then receivers, no McLaurin for me, no Samuel. I'm not playing Noah Brown. I think McCaffrey's a starter, of course. Or not of course, but I think the four go-to guys are these starters. If we look at the depth chart, yeah, number two or three, I guess, if you want to kind of Terry McLaurin, Debo Samuel, Noah Brown, and Luke McCaffrey, KJ Osborne, and Jalen Lane. And Michael Gallup is way down there. So for me, I like Lane some. If KJ Osborne is going to see uh, some snaps, maybe. I do want to get to some of Ja'Cory Brooks though. If you remember him in college as well. Big play athlete. I like him. Tight end wise, I'm not really getting to anybody on. And then New England to wrap it up. Joshua Dobbs. I'm not playing Ben Wooldridge. Running back, it's thin, so I think Henderson should see run. Sorry, I'm not expecting Antonio Gibson to see a lot of run. It's mainly Terrell Jennings I like, who should see the bulk amount of carries as well. Um, the main go-to guy, and then receivers, Kyle Williams, Polk, Baker, all you can throw as dart throws, and then tight end, maybe some Jaheim Bell would be the guy I would look at. So that wraps up this 3 game slate for us, though. Thank you for tuning in. It's a great slate for us today, everybody. Have a good one.